So how to apply? We'll share everything because most of these, like Oxfam, they don't prefer you submitting documents. It's an online portal, you get in and apply. So this one also we will share it and you'll be able to see everything on your end. Okay. Then we go to African initiatives for relief and development. African initiatives for reliefs and development. This is an opportunity based in Uganda. If for us who have visited Uganda, I know most of you don't know. You don't know. The only Uganda you know is Jinja and Kampala. Uganda is so diverse. The northern part of Uganda, so many of us don't like going there. So this one position is in. It's a sub office manager, which is northern Uganda, a place called Arua. It's a beautiful place, very easy to live. Houses, maybe a house you're paying in Nairobi of 25,000, there you'll pay maybe around 7 to 10K maximum. So cheap food, like everything there is cheap because it's easily available. So for you as a sub office manager, your job summary is to provide overall management, logistical, financial, and administrative services to support the operations at the sub office level, which may include overseeing the field offices. And remember, I hope you're noting down, this is African Initiatives for Relief and Development. So the key things they're looking at in terms of your responsibilities, you look at operational management, warehouse management, because the warehouse is where like their foods and everything that's supposed to be given out. Fleet and fuel management, because of the supply of those food, there are cars there that needs to take food from point A to point B, logistical issues. You'll be responsible for human resources, okay? Reporting and communication, representation, be the interlink between the donor and the partners. You'll do information management, business planning, and the required languages are English or French. Because the main donor for these under African initiatives for relief for development is it's a French company. So, but they also speak English. So that's why they say English or French. The minimum qualifications they're looking at are practical experience in humanitarian response. The bare minimum they're looking at 3 years or 4 years. Bachelor's degree. Familiarity with the humanitarian reform process. Skills of networking and relationship building. Strong analytical and information gathering skills. Cultural sensitivity. Ability to write clearly, articulate proposals, reports, and correspondence. Also, they need you to have excellent communication skills in English or French, and experience working with international development partners, international non-governmental organizations, and donors. And in particular, you remember the biggest thing when it comes to humanitarian services, you need to understand, even if you've never worked for any UN agency, just read around issues of humanitarian around UNHCR. Because everything is particularly based on the UNHCR. Then you need to love also be a love of traveling, because some of those things you love to, from Arua, you have to go to Ajumani, go to Moyo, Lira. It's a lot of places up there. Beautiful places, you know. Then apply by sending an expression of interest and CV to HR at Air D International Air AIR D international.org. HR at airdinternational.org, not later than 13th November 2022. Do you have people here who are who have paramilitary training, like from NYS? Anyone with paramilitary training? NYS?
Anyone?
If you don't have that, and then this one, Nyawira will post it on the page, and then they can be able to see if there's someone who is based in Sudan, because they're looking at someone to do the humanitarian affairs officer or access and civil, someone within the paramilitary to be able to do the job.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll go to Somalia. Do we have anyone here who drafts policies? Someone who has the interest in writing policies. We have terms of reference for consultant services for the development of learning and development framework. Consultant service for the development of learning and development framework. This one is for the SOS Children's Villages International.
Okay.
And I'll go straight to, because we'll put it that one because it has a lot of the things that needs to be done. So you need to clearly understand what you are supposed to do. I'll just read the basic, the overall purpose of the scope. Learning and development is one of the key aspects of human resource management function in SOS Children Villages Somalia, and plays a key role to bridge the performance gap of individual staff members. It also creates a platform to align individual goals to organizations' goals and strategy, which provide a path for career development and growth for each individual staff in SOS Children Villages Somalia. So they want someone to be able to develop this framework for them. And some of these, like this consultancy, let me not lie to you, if you are in a position to draft it, you'll be looking at making at least $20,000 to $40,000 for this. Because your daily consultants fee, you should not charge them anything less than $750. If you do anything less than $750, then you'll be shooting yourself in the foot. So if you do $750 times 30 days, you'll be looking at approximately $25,000. And depending on your experience in the field, then you can even charge them $1,200 times 30 days. Yeah, so you get some good cash. Okay. And the location for these consultancy, basically you'll be covering the regions of Mogadishu, but you're also expected to travel to the field where locations such as Boidara, southwest state of Somalia, and Heliwa in Mogadishu. Those are safe regions of Somalia, so there's no issue with that. In Kenya, we have also Population Services International. PSI is looking for someone to do for them. They're looking for a VIA digital project manager. A digital project manager. Are we together still there?
Yeah.
And if we are looking at the qualifications we're looking at the qualification because we just need to look at the key things. They're looking for someone with a bachelor's degree or higher in e.g. in project management, communications, public health, marketing, technology, or social sciences. And they also want someone with experience with agile programming methodologies. Experience working with and managing technical development teams, strong business analysis and visualization skills, using tools such as Microsoft Visio, SmartDraw, or DIA, and familiarity with digital marketing and campaign development principles. They expect you to have submitted your letter of interest and current CV to jobs at psinairobi.org. Jobs at psinairobi.org by 7th November 2022. May I share the email address for SOS? Email address for SOS Somali is procurement at SOS Somalia, procurement at sossomalia.org. You need to have sent by 13th November. 13th November. Kindly note the deadline is 13th November.
Okay.
We also have a position with also Population Services International. They are seeking a finance assistant. Finance assistant. PSI Global Services. The finance assistant will be reporting to the finance officer. You are taking there?
I think we lost you for a minute.
You lost me for a minute. I'm saying the
Yeah.
PSI International, Population Services International is also looking for a finance assistant who reports to the finance officer. And what they are looking for is the basics. The finance assistant should have CPA or SCCA qualification, degree in finance or accounting, 4 years minimum working experience with the NGO or similar organization, excellent knowledge of Microsoft Excel and accounting software, someone of integrity, ability to maintain confidentiality, good interpersonal skills, excellent communication skills, good organization or time management skills, must be conscious, patient, and focused. Someone with detail-oriented or strong analytical skills. And remember, that's a full-time position. Interested applicants will submit a current curriculum vitae no later than 7th November 2022 to jobs at psinairobi.org. The subject should be finance assistant. And they say the applicants will be screened on a rolling basis until a suitable candidate is identified.
Okay.
We go back to USAID, Uganda. They're looking for a project management specialist. Project management specialist. Where are my medical people now? Here I work because now you need someone who has a specialist in terms of HIV and AIDS. And if you have a degree in medicine, public health, social work, international development, social or behavioral sciences, epidemiology, biology, infectious diseases, kindly, this is your tech. Go ahead and apply. So this one, most of the information. How to apply the detailed solicitation document number, which provide the full position of the description. We will be able to get it. We'll retrieve it, and it will be also shared across to various. For those ones who are here, and you really want to apply for that, then it means we'll have to give you the document number so that you can email to the HR specialist at USAID. But I think for the best of us to ease in your work is we'll just retrieve the document and share it. That is the project management specialist, USAID, Uganda. And the office will be based in Kampala.
Okay.
Also, USAID in Kampala is also looking for an information management specialist. Information management specialist. The deadline of application is also on the 7th of this month. Your qualifications, they are looking for someone with a bachelor's degree in computer science, information systems, or electronics engineering is required, and a position of at least 1 year or more IT management industry certifications. Kindly, if you have that experience, go ahead and apply. We also provide the same because there are different job numbers. So we'll provide all the details for that, and you'll be able to retrieve them from Nyawira's page. We go to Ethiopia. Ethiopia, it is an organization, this organization normally, we always, even here, we know it as IOM, International Organization for Migration. They are looking for a project officer in Ethiopia, but the duty station is Makele. Your job group will be professional staff in grade P2. And it's a short-term project whereby you'll be there for at least 6 months, but there's a highest probability for extension to 2 years. The closing date is on 10th November 2022. The commencement date is as soon as possible. They're desperate they're seeking someone. Minimum requirements there, they're looking for someone because it's issues around shelter. The one they're looking for someone to do the one of their shelter projects there. So you need to have someone with engineering experience at both civil engineering and architectural engineering, with all the academic accreditations from different countries. But if you have the one from Kenya because you're within the African Union, then you qualify for the job. And also, they also need you with experience in terms of in shelter sector, and also experience in liaising with donors, government officials, and other stakeholders. Okay.
Hubert, you're on mute. You are on mute for a reason. I don't know why.
You can hear me?
Yes, you're back on.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
So we'll provide the link so that you can be able to apply. The deadline for application is on 7th November 2022.
Bear with him, guys. I know it's a problem with the internet. Yeah, apologies for that. It's an internet issue. I can see that I already lost him for some reason. Don't know what's up. What do you think about that session? While we wait for you, but what do you think about that session, Lydia? What do you think about it? Please let me know. What do you think about this session today? And Kemani, the digital marketer, yes, it's going to be uploaded on YouTube. We'll upload this on YouTube. That whole session of him sharing the jobs will be uploaded on YouTube. All the jobs that Hubert, Daktari, God, I call him Hubert, all the positions that Daktari shared are going to be posted on our Facebook page. I'll give him the link, so he'll just post them there. You can check it out as The Friends Card. Just open Facebook. The page is The Friends Card. 3 words. Don't make it into one word, 3 words. The Friends Card on Facebook. So I need to know, how did you find that session? How was that? How is that session? He still hasn't introduced himself. I want you guys to get to know him. But in the meantime, how was it? Unaogopa kusema? Unaogopa kusema? Hiyo session imekuwaje? What do you think about this session? Because it's kind of different from what we do. Informative. It's great. Good to know. Good to know. And these are jobs that are not within the country. He's giving us jobs from Lesotho. Me, I'll call it Lesotho. Me, anaita nini Lesotho? Lesot. Inaitwa ni Lesotho. Joining late but love it. That's good. Nice. Yeah, so I want Daktari to give us some of, because Daktari has been to so many different countries, and he knows of several opportunities in such countries. I want him to guide us through so that we know how you could easily leave Kenya and go to a different country and easily secure a job within that country. My daughter told me it's not country, it's country. Hey, Jesus. Within that country. He's very informative. Yeah, he is. So now I would like him to introduce and tell us who Hubert is. Alianzia wapi? Because I'm sure alianzia mahali, how old he is. So feel free just get to know him, interact with him during this session, because let me tell you, remember what Salsa told us. Your net worth is what you have, right? When you have such people like Daktari here, the more information you can get out of Daktari, the better it is for your future. So do not be afraid to ask him any question, because I'm very sure mi tayari vile niko hapa, I already know areas of my life that I want daktari to assist me, and I know he will. I know he will. So take advantage of this position and ask him, then follow him after this. That when you have a question, if you find a job from a different country that he's mentioned here, feel free to contact him and ask him how you could go about it. Sindio? We need such people. Wenye wametoka nje wanajua vile kuko hapo nje, wakuja watusaidie. So daktari, over back to you. I don't know if you're done with the session, your jobs, so that we move on to the other session.
I think we are done. So the rest of the things I'll just put them and lump them into your WhatsApp. Then you'll be able
Okay.
to share them everything, and they'll find the various ways on how to apply for the various positions.
Agreed.
Thank you so much.
I've also notified them. Sorry, Daktari. I've notified them that in case someone has a challenge with application, they could easily get in touch with you. Probably
No
through
problem.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Or are you comfortable to give, I don't know, or an email?
Either will work. What we'll do, we'll
Mm-hmm.
share we can share not the other number that I called you with in the morning. We share the other number, the
Okay.
normal one that I use for that one. The one I shared yesterday, that one is fine. So someone can send a
And
WhatsApp message in that. Yeah.
all right. Do you mind sharing the number now?
0710 138 918. 0710 138 918.
Mm. Right. Good news is that kwetu stima imerudi. Sijui kama kwenu stima imerudi ama bado mko kwa blackout.
You guys are lucky. Sisi bado tuko kwa blackout.
Really?
It's
Okay.
it's a mass. It's something that was I think they said sometime yesterday in the night or something that they love, and that's why even you're feeling those boosters. If the boosters are not they don't have a backup or the generator, then you'll find there's having issues with the connectivities where you are.
Okay. Yeah, I see back. Us here we have steamer at least. Yes,
Inabidi
sasa
unakuwa-
daktari. I love this session tena sana.
Wacha niongee Kiswahili sasa.
Yes.
Nione penye nitafikisha na Kiswahili.
Jaribu. Kiswahili ni ngumu.
Yes.
Kiswahili ni ngumu. I am on Mombasa Road, Maria. Niko Mombasa Road. Mombasa Road. Someone to post the number. I didn't get it kindly. Woi chap, hivyo ndio mtu anapitagwa. Hivyo tu. Hakuwa na kalamu. Sawa, someone post the number here. You can post the number. Oh, there it is. Love amekupostia. All the best. So daktari, mimi nataka kukujua. I want to know who's daktari. Umetoka wapi? Ulizaliwa wapi? Unaishi wapi? Uko wapi saa hii? Umetembea ukaenda wapi? Ulienda shule wapi? Na maswali sana.
Yeah, those are basic questions, My home name, most of my friends call me Doc. But those who are very close to me call me Espira. But kwa majina kamili mimi naitwa Hubert Espira Munywele. Munywele ndo jina la nyumbani. Watu wengi hupenda kusema ni wazaliwa wa ati mimi ni nusu Mkikuyu, nusu Mtaita. But all that means that it means as a society we are growing and we are becoming one. I was born and raised in Kakamega. Sisi ni wale vijana wa Moi. Tulizaliwa wakati ambao Moi alikuwa anaingia kwa serikali. I was born in 1978 of May, 15th of May.
Okay.
In a small village, a place called Bukovero in western Kenya, the Kakamega County, Lurambi constituency, Butsotso location.
Yes.
I went through. At that time, my mother was doing. She was a hustler, selling tomatoes, onions, groceries by the roadside. I've never met my biological father. That's a funny part of my life, I've never met my biological father, but my stepdad took me up when I was at the age of 4-5 years, I think. Yeah, 4-5 years. No, I was, yeah. And then my stepdad took me up. In our family, I come from a polygamous family. My mom, I have a first mom, a stepmother who is white, and then my mom. The step family, there are 3 kids, and then in our family we are only 2. So we have a family of 3 kids.
Okay.
Yeah, my family, my dad. Right now, my mother does her own biashara. She's almost going to 70, 72 years. My dad is 94 years and still working.
All right.
Schooled in a very local school in Kakamega, very village, because I used to have a very good relationship with my great grandfather who passed on 2 years ago at 116. So I decided to go to a primary school that was next to my great grandfather's home, so that I can have those benefits of being pampered a little bit with food and everything that I need at grandpa's place. So that's where I used to stay most of the time. I went to high school also in Western Kenya at a place called, first of all, I went to high school in St. Paul's Amkura in Teso. But that was not my school calling, because I was called to Alliance Boys in Nairobi. But my mother was like, my kid will not go to Nairobi because Nairobi is a hard knock area. I'm not allowing my kid go there. So I had to be taken to St. Paul's Amkura. But on day 2, on my day 2, we had a strike. The students had a strike. Me, I'm just new in the school, so I don't know anything else. They burned down the school. So I went back home. On day 5, my dad took me to St. Paul's High School, Lubinu, in Mumias, where now I studied there. I finished there. Finished my undergraduate, my high school there. Went to university in Maseno. At that time, Maseno was still a constituent college of Moi University. So I went there, but I only did there 2 years, because the course I was studying, it was being provided better in Moi University in Eldoret. So I had to transfer my credits to Eldoret, because I was performing very well. The head of the school was like, no, go to the main university. You can have all the resources that you do require there. So that's where I did my biomedicine specialty in genetics for 6 years.
All right.
Then went to further, and with the collaboration with the North Carolina State University in New York in the US. And in my year 1 of doing my master's in public health, specialty in epidemiology, I got a scholarship to do pharmacogenomics, which is specifically personalized medicine, where I can do this genetic sequencing of your body, and to understand that a certain antibiotic will not work on you, rather this one will work on you. So you get personalized treatment. So that's what I did. And at the same time, I was doing a lot of units in IT, because of my stepbrother who was at Manchester University back in the UK. So I got an opportunity to do a higher diploma at MIT in IT at the same time. So did that, and in the due course of doing my undergraduate and my master's, finishing my double master's, my master's in public health epidemiology and my master's in MSc in pharmacogenomics, I got to travel to at least 7 European countries and 12 African countries at the time. And got to there, finished my PhD at the same time. Did my PhD at New York University, and I was basically doing my PhD in tropical medicine, just to understand the infectious diseases. But when I was in West Africa, Ivory Coast, I got to understand there's a lot of reproductive health issues, internally maternal health care, whereby West African countries use a lot of herbal medicine, and the incident rates at which the pregnant women were having what are they called?